there's a special place in hell for anybody that can hurt a child. And trust me, there is a special place right now in hell for Chris and Katie. I believe karma and life are just tearing them apart, and I hope it is. I feel no pity for them. None. If that lady is crying every day of her life in a freaking ball on the floor of her house, good. You're not going to get any sympathy from me. I hope she is feeling the worst pain she could ever feel. I pray to God Katie is hugging a toilet every single morning she wakes up. I pray to God that every night she closes her eyes, she can't get the sight of her son out of her eyes. I pray to God that lady's not sleeping well. I pray to God she's got to be dependent upon substances and be formulating those addictions that she deserves. I hope every horrible thing could possibly happen to any parent. Like I said, I'm not a pastor, I'm a Christian. Much different. Much different. I'm not a perfect Christian. I sin, and I'm telling you, those are my hopes and wishes. Does that bring me karma? It probably does. It probably does. I don't know. All I know is what I know and how I feel, and I'm not going to deny myself that or say it's wrong or anything like that. I hope that lady is having a horrible day. I hope she wakes up and it's the first thing she does when she gets out of bed is stub her toe. And then I hope she falls into something, bouncing around. I'm sorry. That's how I feel. If I found out tomorrow that she did something to herself or something like that, as awful as it is, I mean, truthfully, I don't think I'd shed a tear. Honestly, I don't think I'd pray for her either. I really don't. It's sad. It's sad that I am that way, but that's just how I feel. And I don't think anything's going to really change it at this point. Like, I hope every day that she wakes up, she has an absolute disgusting day. I hope everything in the world goes wrong with her, and I hope she screams, and I hope she's angry, and I hope she just has that vitriol about her. I hope she's a miserable person. That's what I hope for that family. I hope for the mom and stepdad, they're just miserable people. I hope every single thing that could go wrong does go wrong. And I hope that when they watch, people replay this and put it all on out there, I hope whenever their day's going wrong, they think of me, and karma. Me and karma. That's what I'd like them to do. Think of me and karma. But what have you found out? She had nothing to do with this at all. Who had nothing to do with this at all? If you're talking about Katie, I think you might be at the wrong channel. Don't be throwing curse, laying your enemy in God's feet. Hey, it is what it is. It's my life. Last seen, according to his mother, again, I don't trust anything that comes out of that woman's mouth now, but according to his mother, he went to bed at 9 o'clock on Sunday, which would have been February 25th. And she said and according to, again, this is added information after the first two interviews on Chronicles of Olivia's interview. She says that at some point she heard a noise, I think she said around 10, and hollered in there, "You better go to sleep." But remember, on the first interview, she said she had no problem with him going to bed. He went to bed. Remember that. I don't want Proudfoot contaminating the scene. I get that, Allie, but see, here's the problem, Allie, is we don't know where the Proudfoots are going. We don't know where Sebastian Rogers is. How do we not know that they're not going out to, we've heard, do a Stacey and Sarah Wandra move the location of, evidence, meaning remains. That's what I'm so concerned about, is their leave. How do we know they're not going somewhere where they actually put the stuff to go remove it and move it and destroy it even more? I mean, we don't know what they're doing. I don't like them moving. I like them in the house. I like people that are persons of interest in my mind being in one fixed location and we knowing where they're at. And knowing that they can't be messing or monkey fucking, excuse my language, with evidence or obstructing justice. Excuse my language, sorry guys. But this is more of just a smackdown of the Cajun Navy and their conduct. That's why I'm doing this live, right? It's not because I'm it's the smackdown Cajun Navy. It's to put them in their place and let them know, no, you don't rule me. I mean, you may think you do, but I promise you don't, and we'll make sure that that's corrected. I would like to work with them. I'd like to be nice with them. Actually, not even work with them. I don't need to be in their group. I don't want to be in the group, right? I don't think that they know what the hell they're doing. So I'm not going to be associated with them. So I'm going to be doing my own thing out there, searching for Sebastian Rogers on areas that I think that he could possibly be at. It may be miles and miles away from them. I don't know. I don't know where they are, nor do I really give a shit. This whole idea that their shit don't stink, I'm not a jealous person. I really don't care what people do. And I want nothing to do with them. And I want them to stay out of my way. That's what I want from them. And you're talking about, you're violating freedom of the press. You're violating people's constitutional rights. So I'm a constitutionalist. Sorry, Cajun Navy, you're telling me that you're a bunch of military and law enforcement, and yet you intentionally and willfully violate people's constitutional rights? Then you're not anybody I want to be associated with. I heard Justice for All is going to be trying to go out there too. He just doesn't. He doesn't like drama. None of us like drama. So he's kind of iffy. But I think once the drama calms down, we'll have a good network of people to coordinate with.
I mean, we've seen dogs take scents and go in wildly wrong directions, but they're saying there's no scent at all. Not that the scent was drifted. Not that the scent, just no scent at all. Does he sleep with socks on? Great question, Lori. I don't know. Like, I would have expected, with the rain and the weather and everything, it to move the scent, okay? Like, I would think, that's what we learned when we were studying Summer Wells, that the scent drifts with the wind, with the rain. But I don't know. But see, I'm not an expert. So it's plausible, right? Maybe the rain extinguished the scent altogether.
Doesn't matter. Have you looked at their house? They have, like, literally $1 million worth of toys, including their house, cars, and toys. $1 million worth of stuff there. And she works for Brinks Security Systems. She's got a sign in her yard that says this home is protected by Brinks. And she has no security system, no Ring doorbell camera. And even though what appears to be a camera on this outside of the house is not a camera on the outside of the house. I'm hoping I'm understanding everything correctly and as it was stated. I don't want to misinform or manipulate anybody's words or story related to that. I just want to make sure that we're clear. Please do your own research. I am not responsible for misinformation from the information that I'm saying here, right? Because I'm not a boots on the ground. I have other people's information. Difference. What happened between him and his ex? No, Chris was not in Nashville. He was actually in Memphis when all this happened. And the whole purpose of the ex's story is because it is very clear on its face that he has a tendency to over-discipline other people's children. Seems like he coddles Faith, his own kid, while he's beating the crap out of everybody else's. Nobody knows where Sebastian is. We've got people out. Many people believe Chris Proudfoot has something to do with it, so they're running along his path of travel to find out any possible dumping sites for Sebastian.
So when Chris and Katie, and I'm going to say this loud and proud, you are scared of Bullhorn Betty, then you are guilty of sin. Because I'm a very direct and pointed person. I'm very blunt. I'm very direct. I'm sweet. I'm nice. I'm kind. I care. One thing I don't do is I don't manipulate. So if you're scared of me, and I just want to put that out there, if you're scared of me, then I'm worried about you. Because the only time parents or anybody is terrified of me is usually if they're guilty. So I want to make sure that is stated across this platform, right? Those awful bitch channels that don't get off their ass to even provide one banner, one flyer. And they could literally have a child missing next door, and I guarantee they wouldn't even get off their ass to go out and put a flyer up on their own electric pole. But they would literally prevent somebody from getting help, real help from somebody that's there, boots on the ground, over some petty YouTube bullshit. Do you think these people care about the outcome of the case? Do you think these people care about whether this child is found or not? Do you think these people care? No. They care about their name. They care about going against me at all costs. They don't care who they hurt doing it. And these are people and channels that you choose to support. So I'm hoping that you guys choose a better life and stop supporting these people that literally abuse parents. Abuse parents when they're going through the worst thing in their life, the worst event of their life. Abuse them. How are they abusing them? Because they're calling them and getting them worried when they're already freaking worried about their kid. Do you think they give a shit about YouTube stuff? For the idiots in the freaking back that keep doing this to the parents and keep putting more pressure and hurting them. Oh, they don't care about that. Anybody that knows that these channels are reaching out to these families for petty YouTube bullshit, if you are supporting that, you are supporting the abuse of a victim. And shame on you. And if you don't like me, good, change the channel, because I don't like you if you do this type of stuff. I don't support that. Nor do I reach out to these families. Nor do I reach out to these family members. I don't reach out to them.
Katie and Chris. Oh, Chris, remember that text message I told? Oh, let's read the text message I sent you. I'm not going to read your response to me. But I'll read my message, because I want to see if it rings true to you now, Mr. Proudfoot. Oh, I put a message. Oh, it was a voicemail message. And just to show you that this is the real Chris Proudfoot, okay? I just don't want you seeing the message he wrote me because I don't have his permission to use it. That was weird. I didn't play my voicemail clip.
Hi, Chris. It's Bullhorn Betty. I did want to stop by because I saw you on another channel that protects criminals, which is kind of odd that you circulate those channels. However, there was one comment that you made about how we need to take law classes. And I just wanted to let you know, I don't know if you know this about me, that I worked in law offices for years. I have a paralegal degree and I graduated with honors, as a matter of fact. So I know you think I'm an idiot and don't know what I'm doing, but I can promise you I do. And I've done investigative work on cases just like this many other times. So if you would like to talk off the record, I'm happy to hear what you have to say. But honestly, this is where I stand. So take it for what you will.
So, Chris, I just wanted to let you know, how do you like me now? I mean, you didn't like me before. You didn't like me before. But I just want to let you know, knock, knock. Hi, I'm Bullhorn Betty. I told you I would be up in your orifices and up in your colon. I'm not far enough yet. I'm not far enough. And I told you it'd be painless. Like, you didn't even know I was up there until boom. Right? I see a polyp. Time to burn that ass, baby. Time to burn that ass.
I want to be very clear here. So when people are reaching out to them to abuse them, that's exactly what they are doing. They are reaching out there to hurt them even further. And you guys sit there and support that bullshit. It's sad. I don't reach out to them. Everybody thinks I reach out. I don't reach out to these people. You know how I get my interview? Let me tell you animals in the back how I get my interviews. They reach out to me. I know you don't understand that because you always have to go get her because nobody knows who you are. Nobody likes you. Nobody knows who these channels are. These echo chambers, these little 15,000 channels that are just mean. And any hate channel that supported this are part of the injury. And any of you that support that, change the tune because I don't want you being caught up in being part of the injury as well. You can't support garbage channels doing horrible things to victims of crime and then expect not to have blood on your hands too. Back to this, maybe we need to talk about this because I did some research on this and what I found was a little shocking. When I pull their public records information and I pull the details of their home, guess who the primary homeowner of their $600,000, almost $700,000 home is? Do you know? Guess who owns the house in first position? Katie Proudfoot. Is Katie Proudfoot the breadwinner of this house? And is she the breadwinner because the additional support that she gets from her son? Chris did not want Sebastian in that home because he really, in his delusional thought he was getting his daughter. And he absolutely was disgusted by the thought of Sebastian being around his daughter. Sebastian was, mentally challenged. He was getting into his hormonal stage and and Chris didn't like him to begin with.
I mean, country rock. Classic. Well, you don't know what to do.
Why don't you allow the hip hop, Chris? Chris, why doesn't a man of you like hip hop? Is there something wrong with hip hop? Is it a little too colorful for you? I'm just asking. You kind of give me that vibe. I'm just saying, it kind of gives me that vibe.
But anyways.
The world's got parents convinced that they're not allowed to rear their child, and if they do, they're going to jail. That is the most untrue statement ever. I don't give a rat's ass who you are. If I have a grandchild in my custody and they are acting up and I want to whip their ass, they're getting an ass whipping. Whether the rest of the world likes it or not, call the cops on me and I'll tell that cop exactly what I said. They were messing up. They got popped. You got a problem with that? Clink, clink, baby. Let's go. I'm not trying to lie to y'all. I'm a mouthy person, okay? Just stop it! I need some help over here. I need some help. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda, right?